There's a lot of energy on that floor. I think you can do better than that. Let's hear it one more time. One of the graduates just lost his voice in the front row. Good evening, everyone. My name is Kathy Connerton, and I have the privilege of chairing the SUNY Broome Board of Trustees. I'm going to ask everyone to please stay risen if you can, and we are going to rise for the singing of the national anthem performed by Juan Serrano.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Very nice. Another round of applause for Juan. That was beautiful. All right, we'll ask everyone to please be seated. Before we begin tonight, I was asked to make a few safety announcements. In the event of an emergency, please take a moment to locate the nearest exit. If you are in need of medical attention, please notify the closest usher. Also, as a reminder, smoking and vaping inside the arena are strictly prohibited. All right. Every graduation is special. And every graduation, we look in the eyes of all of you and we see hope for our future. But before I begin my short address to the graduates, I want to make a few remarks about something extra special about tonight. I would like to take an opportunity on behalf of the SUNY Broome Board of Trustees to publicly thank our President Kevin Drum, for his many years of devoted service to the students, faculty, and staff of SUNY Broome. Your passion, Dr. Drum, for the mission of community colleges and your belief in the transformative power of an accessible and affordable collegiate education has been evident in all that you have accomplished and is to be greatly admired. Your 13-plus years at the college have resulted in major renovation and physical expansion of the college's main and downtown campuses. Your vision to solidify the long-standing relationship between SUNY Broome and Binghamton University has developed into a highly successful Binghamton Advantage program, as we refer to as BAP, and our newest venture, the Broome to Binghamton B2B Guarantee. Your collaborative efforts with our region's leading industries and service providers has ensured for SUNY Broome that we are always part of the conversation in our community. And we're poised to be an active presence when trying to address the needs of our community. Simply put, your leadership has been a gift to the people of SUNY Broome and the community at large. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, the SUNY Broome senior team, and all here tonight, we thank you. Now, as we turn to the graduates, I also want to welcome all the guests who are here tonight, family, friends, partners, colleagues, all of you who have supported the graduates who sit before us so proudly. And to the graduates, know the sense of pride that all those gathered tonight feel for you. You are our future as you continue on your life's journey. Tonight, as you walked into this arena, I hope you felt an immense sense of pride in yourself and in your fellow students and all that you have accomplished. I think it's safe to say the walk into this arena is an emotional, unforgettable, important event in your life. I hope you can carry that special feeling in your hearts for a lifetime and a feeling that you will never, ever forget. The past several years have been challenging. We all recognize that. But you succeeded despite unprecedented times. To prepare for this address, I pulled out my old photo albums, and for most of you, you probably don't even remember what a photo album is. I sat on the floor of my house with my two big labs, and I catapulted myself back to a time in my life when the only thing that was certain about my future was that I loved going to school. I was meant to be a student. In fact, if I could still be a student, I would, which soon became evident when I announced to my father after finishing 4 degrees that I thought maybe medical school was the right thing for me. And he was very kind and told me in a very polite voice, looking over the top of his glasses, to please go and get a job. But you know, I know why I loved it so much. And aside from the photos highlighting my abundant love to learn, I noticed the faces of friends and classmates that decades later are still in my life, but now who serve as mentors, dear friends who help you in good and bad times, industry partners that I get to work with, and just good support systems. As you progress beyond this evening's ceremony, I encourage you to stay connected with all the wonderful people you have met and formed a bond with. You have created special bonds, and you have formed wonderful relationships. That could be seen tonight and felt as you walked in. Keep track of where life takes everyone. As you enter the workforce or go on with your education, know that you can count on SUNY Broome Network. It will be here for you. Be proactive in connecting with the people who you have learned so much next to. And remember, you do have a bond to one another. You have a bond to SUNY Broome. You share a sense of community and an appreciation for one another in a high-quality institution that will stand strong with you and behind you and remains always supportive of you. Remember to leverage those connections. My next phase of advice is to not hesitate tonight to take as many pictures as you possibly can. Now, when I had to take pictures, you had to hope that the photo came out and that the place that you dropped it off that was gonna formed the pictures for you didn't lose it. But you guys have a whole different world. As long as the cloud is in good shape, you're okay. But reminiscing through my college photo albums brought me incredible joy. And it reminded me about walking in this arena decades ago. I hope you're able to have that very same experience someday when you look back at these photos and remember with fondness what happened this evening. In 10, 20, 30 years, it takes on a whole different meaning. Lastly, I want to reiterate the board's genuine excitement for you as you are about to collect your diplomas. For those of you who have your parents, spouses, children, siblings, partners, and friends seated in the audience, we want to congratulate them as well. A college degree is a collective effort. It takes a village. And so now I'm going to ask that all the graduates take a moment, stand, and applaud all the people who are here tonight supporting you. I think there are some very loved people out in this audience tonight. Know that from all of us on the dais, we're proud. You gave to us much more than we could ever give to you, and we wish you all of life's best. Thank you, and God bless. Now, it gives me great pleasure to introduce our college president, Dr. Kevin Drum.
Thank you, Chairman Connaughton. And good evening, SUNY Broome. Thank you so much, Kathy, for your kind words and the words of encouragement for our graduates. And thank you to Juan Soriano for that beautiful rendition of the national anthem. Please join me in thanking him again. Members of the Board of Trustees, distinguished dignitaries, and we have many here this evening, family, friends, community members, and most especially our graduates, welcome to our 74th commencement. On behalf of our deeply committed faculty and staff, I would like to personally thank all of the graduates for your commitment to your education and for entrusting those of us at SUNY Broome to guide you through these past few years. We take our role in your lives very seriously, and we are truly proud of your hard work and dedication to see your degrees through to fruition. I applaud you all for fully engaging in the transformative education that SUNY Broome offered to you. As the class of 2023, some of you interned with the region's top employers, and you cared for the members of our community via your clinical rotations. You studied the geology and climate of the White Mountains in New Hampshire and explored global health practices in Ireland. You coordinated and catered a mock wedding and responded to a mock environmental disaster. As Hornets, you brought home championship after championship and All-American titles. You picnicked on the quad, performed in open mic nights, and hosted a second chance prom to make up for the dances that you missed during the pandemic. Thank you for reminding us all just how exciting and fun it is to be a SUNY Broome student. As I'm sure you know, you heard, this is my last commencement ceremony, my 14th, hard to believe, as SUNY Broome's 7th president. I guess I should go and get a lottery ticket with 7s in it somewhere. I guess that's a lucky number. As you can imagine, tonight is especially bittersweet for me. But I promised myself that I would not rival the proud parents in the room when it comes to tears, and I can be known for that. So instead of allowing myself to focus on this being my last commencement, if it's all right with you, I'd much prefer to pretend to be a member of the class of 2023, I am celebrating my first commencement into retirement. I have been a college student, one way or another, for 51 years. Went to college, never left. I was able to do that, Kathy. So. Like Trustee Connerton, I am a lifelong student and have been fortunate enough to have spent my professional career on college campuses across the nation, being surrounded by some of the brightest, most progressive and student-centered people on the planet. With all of my decades of college life, I learned most of my best lessons over the course of the past 14 years as a student president at SUNY Broome Community College. While I initially thought about sharing one piece of advice for each of my 14 years at SUNY Broome in honor of my belief that the briefer the commencement speech, the better, I settled on 7, cut it in half, pieces of advice from the SUNY Broome's 7th president. First, embrace this region. Hear a lot of complaints about the weather, for instance. Nothing you can do about the weather. Make the best of it. My wife Bonnie and I took this decision very seriously, as we knew that it would have the biggest impact on our son, Cameron, who was 8 years old at the time that we moved here. Being president of SUNY Broome meant relocating to the southern tier and building our lives in a new community, a community where Cameron would develop from a boy to a teenager to a young man. It didn't take long for us to embrace the region. We loved everything from the delicacy that is the Speedy, we'll have some this weekend at another commencement for my niece, to the beautiful parks and hiking trails, to the camaraderie that we felt through our participation in local groups like the Boy Scouts of America, the Broome County Arts Council, the Chamber of Commerce, and the Rotary, all organizations I belong to. Broome County became Cameron's hometown, and we couldn't have been more pleased. We are a community filled with great food, impressive innovation, quality public education, vibrant fine arts, breathtaking scenery, and genuinely welcoming, kind-hearted, and hard-working people. For those of you who are lifelong residents of the Southern Tier, you may not realize just how special this region is, although I know many of you do. But as someone who grew up in the Berkshires, not too far outside of Albany, but in Massachusetts, and then proceeded to bounce between major U.S. cities and rural U.S. communities through my career, I feel truly blessed to call the Southern Tier my home. Advice number 2, be an engaged citizen. Many of you were engaged students. Being an engaged student started my career. Had no idea it would lead me to be a college president, but that's where it all started, unbeknownst to me. Take note of who the players are and what their roles entail. You never know when you may need support regarding a civic topic or when you personally may be a positive catalyst in the community. Do you know who your mayor is, your county executive, your assembly member, your senator? A quick Google search will connect you to a wealth of resources regarding their names, their positions, and their action items. It's important as you move through your new careers, many of you already have careers, that you get involved and be an engaged citizen. Our region continues to thrive because of the collaborative efforts of our citizens. I'm genuinely thankful for each and every relationship that I was able to build with our local, state, and federal public officials, many of whom are great champions of SUNY Broome and our students, and some of whom are here this evening. Some of those officials are here to celebrate with all of us. Some are stuck in Albany, unfortunately, and sent their regrets. Their presence means a great deal to me and should to you as well. Number 3, stay connected to your mentors or find mentors. I wouldn't be standing here as president of this college. I'm a first-generation community college graduate, just like many of you, first in my family to go to school. Never would have thought I had made it this far, but thanks to mentors along the way, I did. And they pushed me further than I ever thought I could go myself. I would have laughed if I was sitting in your chair and someone said, "You're going to be a community college president someday." I would have been flattered by the compliment, but I would not have believed it. And thanks to many mentors, it happened. My elementary school education took place in a one-room schoolhouse. I don't know how many people here tonight went to a one-room schoolhouse. I was a very involved student, even in elementary school. It was hard not to be in a one-room schoolhouse. You had to do a little bit of everything. I'm here today in large part because of a mentor at my community college, our director of student life at my community college in Western Mass, who took me under his wing, and I decided I wanted to go into student life, which I did for the first decade of my career. I didn't even know that such a position existed. Through his support and guidance and faith in me, changed the trajectory of my life. He remained a lifelong friend and mentor until he passed in 2019. Do you have someone like that in your life? Mine happened organically. I was fortunate. I didn't necessarily seek them out. They didn't necessarily seek me out. I just took advantage of the chemistry when it happened, of people who were further ahead than me in the field I was in, and learned from them. Number 4, don't allow criticism to defeat your spirit. As president, I've tried daily to make decisions that result in the greatest good for our campus community. But of course, those decisions are naturally not universally praised, even quite recently. Differing opinions are often what propel innovation, but still, sometimes comments can hurt. While it's natural for criticisms to circulate throughout our personal and professional lives, I encourage you not to let these comments defeat your spirit. Instead, take a moment to listen, search for something constructive, think before you speak, and then proceed based on your best judgment. Number 5, I'm getting close, celebrate the populations who make our nation so great and diverse. This beautiful thing about community college setting is the organic breadth of diversity which enriches our student experiences. The community college body as a whole in the United States is the most diverse entity in the world, and you should be very proud of being a part of that. I know I am. Yes. Our student body is a collection of individuals from different races, ethnicities, genders, abilities, ages, orientations, geographic and socioeconomic backgrounds, education levels. We have a PhD on our faculty who earns her associate degree tonight. That's how diverse, top to bottom. Already a PhD many years ago, getting an associate degree tonight. At SUNY Broome, you can sit next to a young woman that you've known since preschool on one side, and on the other side, sit next to a gentleman maybe in his 60s or 70s from another country. Celebrate the uniqueness of others by asking thoughtful, genuine questions, participate in inclusion training, and be willing to share information about your own background, beliefs, and experiences. A diverse population that is especially dear to my heart are the individuals who are currently serving or have served in our armed forces. If you are currently serving in the armed forces, and a student, we have any students right now, whether in the reserves or in the armed forces, would you please stand? Veterans, any veterans among our graduates, please stand. Thank you for your service. Current service members and veterans in the audience, would you please stand? And if you have a family member in the service, please stand. Thank you all for your service to our great nation. Number 6, show appreciation to those who support you. Expressing your appreciation via a simple thank you. I'll take a sip here. Undeniably results in a morale boost for both the recipient and the donor. We all desire to be acknowledged and appreciated, and yet we rarely extend the level of gratitude that we ought to. At SUNY Broome, I have been fortunate to have 2 truly wonderful assistants who supported my mission and assisted me throughout each grand or mundane task. Thank you to Patty O'Day and Diana Lenzo. Your efficient, detail-oriented, ultra-professional efforts were and are a large part of my ability to successfully tackle the role of college president. I would also like to thank the Board of Trustees for their support. No president can accomplish much of anything without the support of their Board of Trustees and the vice presidents and leadership team around me. Nobody does what we've done over the last 14 years alone. Couldn't have done it without them, including one of our former vice presidents and good friend who's here in the audience with us. And I especially want to thank my wife, Bonnie, who has been my partner and confidant for the past almost 31 years. I appreciate everything that she has done for me and makes it through, even though I wasn't home most any night in the last 2 weeks for all the great events I've attended with the college and many other weeks and weekends and nights through my career. And finally, be kind. If you've ever received an email from me, you may have noticed a short but sweet reminder written beneath my signature, simply, be kind. These 2 words are borrowed from a verse in Ephesians chapter 4. It reminds us to be kind to one another, tenderhearted, and forgiving. If you only take away one piece of advice from today's commencement, take Kathy's for sure, because she's the chairman of the board. But above all, please be remembered for your kindness. There are over 700 employees at SUNY Broome who work together daily for one collective goal, to see you reach this moment. A number of our faculty and staff have joined us on stage to celebrate tonight. And then faculty members like Dr. Tim Skinner, who's with us, just defended his doctorate last week, professor and chair of communications and media arts. Yes, many of you have had him in class. Congratulations, Tim, for defense. It's a heck of a lot of work to get through that. At Binghamton University, Kenny Leet, who's with us tonight, recently defended her dissertation. And we want to congratulate Kenny as well and all the other faculty. And please join me in thanking all of the faculty and staff who helped you get to this great evening tonight. And I want to thank a few people personally, Justine D'Adamio, who is our event coordinator and is just as busy as I am, evenings and weekends, putting on events. Not as big as important as this, but with our culinary and event center downtown. I want to thank Justine for all the time that she puts in, for all of the special events that you have attended, yes, leading up to commencement, everything that goes on in our culinary event center. What a demanding job, and she does it with a smile all the time. There are so many faculty that I could thank, but one I came to know very early on. I want to thank Maureen Hankins. Saw her earlier this evening a little bit over dinner, and I want to thank Maureen for all of her support over the years. And there's just so many individual faculty I could thank, but Maureen's one of the first I got to know, and it's been really wonderful having her support over the years. And Marty Guzzi, our registrar. You wouldn't be sitting here tonight without the efforts of Marty Guzzi in the registrar's office, dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's and make sure you got all the credits that you needed and the classes that you needed and certifying all of your degrees. Marty was on the senior staff when I got here, and just if you ever interacted with Marty, what a delightful individual, and the college is so lucky to have people like Marty who dedicate their lives to dotting the I's and crossing the T's so you can be here tonight to get your degree. And I want to recognize our Chancellor Award winners every year. SUNY recognizes the best of the best across all of SUNY. Excellence in Adjunct Teaching, Dr. Melissa Risley, History, Philosophy, and Social Science. Some of you probably had her. Most all of us have to take History, Philosophy, and Social Science to get through. And Excellence in Adjunct Teaching, Joelle Utter-Main, Physical Therapist Assistant Department. Faculty and staff who received the Chancellor's Award for Excellence have served their students, fellow faculty and staff, and campus and community with the utmost distinction. It is a great honor to be able to recognize them as stars among SUNY's 64 college and university campuses. And now I want to make sure you know who's up here on the stage with us before we move on to the formal part of the program. To my immediate left in the front row is Mark Whalen, Broome County Legislator, District 15. Dr. Penny Kelly, Vice President for Academic Affairs. Dr. Carol Ross Scott, Vice President for Student Development and Chief Diversity Officer. Michael Sullivan, Vice President for Administrative and Financial Affairs. Dr. Kim McLean, Associate Vice President and Dean of Health Sciences and Institutional Effectiveness. Dr. Jeff Anderson, Associate Vice President and Dean of Liberal Arts and Business and Professional Studies. Marquise Bennett, Associate Vice President and Dean of Students. Dr. Christine Marty Ochoa, Interim Dean of STEM. Kathy Abashian Williams, BCC Foundation Executive Director. Many of you have received scholarships from our wonderful foundation. And Rich Allman, our BCC Foundation President. To my immediate right, in the front row, you've met Kathy Connerton, Chair of the Board of Trustees. Barbara Fiala, former county executive, and most importantly, SUNY Broome alum. Ethan Roselle, Student Assembly President, about to be a SUNY Broome alum in a couple of minutes. Laura Lee Sanford, our speaker this evening, about to be a SUNY Broome alum. El Yatsek, Student Trustee, about to be a SUNY Broome alum. Anthony Panicia, SUNY Broome Trustee and BCC Foundation Assistant Secretary, and most importantly, SUNY Broome alum. Dr. Jason Andrews, Trustee. Margaret Coffey, Trustee. Tina Fernandez, Trustee. And Jim Testani, Trustee. Please join me in thanking the Platform Party for taking their time and effort to support everything we do at the college. Today we honor 748 of you. Our youngest graduate is just 17. 17. Our oldest is 60. For many of you today, the degree or certificate that I'm about to award you will be the first of many, as my associate degree was for my 3 degrees that followed. You will use SUNY Broome as a foundation for your future undergraduate and graduate degrees, or to come back to SUNY Broome. The application of your degrees to the workforce will commence immediately if it hasn't started already. For our healthcare providers and first responders, you will be on the front lines helping to keep all of us healthy and safe. Our engineers, entrepreneurs, and business graduates will help to build the communities of the future, while our liberal arts students will go on to make us proud by representing us as they transfer on for advanced degrees at colleges and universities around the nation and the world. We are proud of you all and wish you all the greatest of success. I would like to take a moment to highlight a few of your classmates who are emblematic of what you've all achieved and are a source of inspiration for all of us. Sherry Florence, criminal justice student, is the epitome of a pillar of strength. Adopted at birth, Florence's adolescence was turbulent, to say the least. Her father passed away when she was 14, and she left home the following year. She, self-described as a kid mad at the world, she learned firsthand the vital importance of early intervention in respect to youth advocacy and probation. In search of a more purposeful career, Sherry enrolled at SUNY Broome in 2017 in criminal justice program and was immediately enveloped by our faculty. As a single mother, balancing 3 part-time jobs, Florence navigated the ins and outs of college as a non-traditional student and thrived. She has been awarded SUNY's highest honor, the 2023 Chancellor's Award for Student Excellence. We are so proud of you, as is your daughter Sophia and your extended family. Congratulations, Sherry. Mohammed Faraz, FIFA, and affectionately known as FIFA, identical twins. Oh, it's Mohammed and Faraz. Fawaz, okay. Known as FIFA, Mohammed were born in Colombo, Sri Lanka. How about that? And immigrated to the United States when they were in the 8th grade in pursuit of an American education. The trilingual brothers initially wanted to study architecture and engineering, but after meeting with a career counselor, discussing their options with their parents, and spending time in purposeful prayer, the twins decided to pursue dental hygiene together, a career path that is non-existent in Sri Lanka. Mohammed and Faraz devoted the next year to mastering their prerequisite courses of biology, chemistry, and math, and applied to well over 15 hygiene schools from across the country. At the last minute, their mother found SUNY Broome Community College in a guidebook and encouraged her sons to apply. SUNY Broome was the first college of over 15 programs to admit both young men, though admittedly it did take our office a little while to figure out that they were two separate applicants with very similar names, as it just confused me a few minutes ago. To support the twins in their academic pursuits, the entire Mohammed Fawaz family relocated from New Rochelle to Binghamton. As the only two male students in the entire graduating dental hygiene program, they initially had some reservations, but were happily welcomed into the dental hygiene family. Their only hiccup was when the faculty kindly asked them to stop dressing in matching clothing in an effort to help tell them apart. After completing their board exams, they will both join the team at the New York Dental Group in Vestal. Congratulations, twins. Associate Professor and Chair for Criminal Justice and Emergency Services, Lee Martindale. When Professor Lee Martindale first came to SUNY Broome straight from high school, she took some classes, played tennis as a Hornet, and then transferred to Niagara University before completing her degree. This year, Lee participated in SUNY Broome's reverse transfer process, which transferred college credits from other institutions back to SUNY Broome to help her earn her degree here. You're hearing the theme here about lots of reverse transfers. Thank you, Lee, for inspiring me to tackle the retirement project of doing a reverse transfer. I can't wait to join you as part of our over 56,000 alumni. Congratulations. And would all SUNY Broome alumni who are here tonight please stand so we can thank you for your time. I'm sure there's a lot of you in the audience and behind me. If you're a SUNY Broome alum, please stand. Thank you for joining us this evening, and thank you for your support. We have two additional faculty and staff graduates to recognize this evening. I would like to extend my most sincere congratulations to liberal arts graduate Angie Burkholz. Angie is the college's payroll administrative specialist. You never want to make Angie mad. And has been for a long time. She's always asking, how can I help? Volunteering, serving as the VP of our ESPA union, and as a member of the shared governance team. Congratulations, Angie. And I already mentioned Jen Musa, PhD in biology, longtime professor, who is getting her associate degree this evening in chemical dependency counseling. Congratulations, Jen. Never too late to learn. And Leland Boldus. When individual studies student Leland Boldus was in the 4th grade, he was struck by a violin solo in a movie score. From that moment on, Leland knew that he had to play the violin and compose soundtracks to films. The Johnson City native initially came to SUNY Broome to work towards becoming a sociology professor, but he soon realized that his heart was in music and score composition, and that he owed it to himself to pursue his passion. In between taking classes in music history, music theory, piano performance, and ear training, he devoted his time to working as a work study in the academic advising office, founding the campus-based group Resources for Stressed Students. I bet you had a lot of business. And serving on the Binghamton Philharmonic's Board of Directors. He is the recipient of the Phi Theta Kappa Scholarship, the Live Mass Scholarship, and the Jack Kent Cook Scholarship, one of the top community college scholarships in the entire United States. Only 60 students in the entire United States who are graduating this year, tens of thousands, only 60 get the Jack Kent Cook Scholarship. Congratulations, Lee Lin. And 5 of our graduates have attained a perfect 4.0. If you're here, please stand. Maria Caldas, Ariana Chow, Mackenzie Geedy, Allison Headland, and Claire Tresoris. Congratulations, perfect 4.0s. And our two students who received the award, the Chancellor's Award for Student Excellence, Claudia Chernak and Sherry Florence, who you've already been introduced to. This statewide honor recognizes SUNY students who have integrated academic achievement with accomplishments in campus leadership, community service, athletics, and the arts. These students are proven leaders among all 64 SUNY campuses, and we are truly proud to have them representing our college. And now it's my great honor to introduce your student speaker for the next segment of the program, Laura Lee Sanford. Come on up, Laura Lee.
I'm a little shorter. Good evening. Congratulations to all of you. I'm Laura Lee Sanford, and thank you for allowing me this opportunity to share my message with you. Dr. Drum, thank you for your dedication and your commitment to the students, faculty, staff, and our entire community. I wish you all of the best on your next adventure. I am a very non-traditional student. In my one and only in-person class, my group mates were talking about a professor and asked if I had taken a class with him in a previous semester. I explained I didn't remember who I had for that particular course because I took it back in the 80s. So I watched them process that detail and silently and politely do the math. Their wheels were turning. After a few seconds, one group mate asked if we had the SATs back then. Yes, we did, and we did not take them on stone tablets. And for those of you also silently and politely doing the math, I am 54. Friends, I am a success. That's a rather bold and boastful statement to make, right? So let me qualify that. I am a success by my standards. I don't have my own personal jet. I don't drive a Bentley. I don't have thousands of followers on social media. So how can I stand here in front of thousands of you and make that audacious statement? What makes me a success? 37 years ago, I would have never stood here and proclaimed success. 37 years ago, when I attended Broome Community College, Front Street High, straight out of high school at only 17 years old, I kept my grades good enough to play on the tennis team. I won a regional championship, a minor success, and then I mic dropped, stopped attending classes, and went into the workforce to make real money. In the 90s, I became a mom to 2 little girls, and I wanted to show them a better life. So I came back to BCC with the love and the support of my friends and family. I committed to finishing this time, and I attended classes full-time to obtain my associate degree. I would come home from class and spend my evenings working on my homework. Luciana was 4, Olivia was 2, and they'd sit beside me at the table and do their homework. They'd study their ABCs and their numbers, and they'd color. For those of you parents who understand the phenomenon that your young children only want your attention when you're focused on something else, and you think that's going to change when they grow up, it does not. My daughters, my girls, are 30 years old. They live 3,000 miles away. And they can sense when I sit down to do my homework, and that is their perfect time to call. And I try to answer every time, because they are still my baby girl and my little baby face. I graduated from BCC in 1996 on the Dean's List, and I parlayed that degree into a very successful career in nonprofit management. I worked with a dear friend and helped start a local nonprofit, the Southern Tier Volunteer Organization. With a commitment from the Binghamton High School students and staff, we served tens of thousands of Thanksgiving dinners to tens of thousands of people. We collected and distributed turkeys and operated a clothing bank. I went on to become the executive director for the local office of a national nonprofit. We had an amazing team. We hit every goal and achieved national recognition every year. In 2014, I married the love of my life, and I went to work in the wild world of the bluestone industry with my husband and my brother-in-law. When I started, there were only 2 companies and 12 team members. Today, we have 4 companies. Our workforce is 60 strong, and we are growing. In 2021, I recognized the need to grow our company's social media presence, and I saw a billboard for the social media certificate at SUNY Broome. I made the commitment to come back to college again, and then I got fed up. I got mad at our accountants and fed up with Googling and YouTubing how to navigate QuickBooks. And I wanted to become empowered and learn how to do it on my own. I wanted to learn from the seasoned faculty here at SUNY Broome as opposed to a random head on YouTube. Before I knew it, the social media certificate from the billboard turned into a journey toward earning my doctorate. This journey had to start with a phone call with Professor John Roma, Chair of Business Programs. It was enlightening. When I told Professor Roma that I wanted to go on to Binghamton University's School of Management, I'm sure he was looking at my grades from the 80s, and he told me I should find some backup options. I looked at my phone and I said, who is this guy? Who does he think he is? You don't know me. I am Laura Lee, and I am a powerhouse. I can do anything I set my mind to. I did get into Binghamton University's School of Management. Never doubt me. Please remember, to accomplish your goals, you need a team. I am fortunate to have a loving, supportive, and perfect husband. My family, friends, and sweetest little squirrels who have cheered me on every step of this chaos. Jessica, my SUNY Broome advisor, who was so engaged in my journey. Dr. Lee Heron, who became an unexpected inspiration. The professors here at SUNY Broome, who are so committed to the success of their students. One great example is Chris Kushner, who worked with me and helped me achieve the improbable, an A, a 100 in calculus. I say nothing is improbable, or I say improbable because nothing is impossible. And Professor John Roma, who in doing his due diligence, encouraging me to have backup options, and in doing so, unknowingly, fueled my passion to achieve my first choice, because I will accomplish anything I want to, and I will be my best. So, here I am, friends, telling you about my success, and I will leave you with this success. I stutter. Some say I have a speech impediment. I measure this success by the ability and the courage to stand in front of thousands of you, speaking my message and hopefully inspiring you to continue on your way to become your best success. Thank you. And now, I would like to invite our Student Assembly President, Ethan Roselle, up to the podium to share a few words.
Well, 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 they got me up here. They got me up here. You know it's gonna be interesting. Thank you, Laura, for the beautiful speech. I will also like to say a few thank yous as the start of my speech. And it's more the faculty. So first, hi everyone. I'm Ethan Roselle, and I'm a soon-to-be graduate of the Communications Program of Media Arts at SUNY Broome. I have the great honor of serving as SUNY Broome Student Assembly President for the past 2 years. It's so nice to see you all in happy spirits. I think you guys should get some more hyped. Get hyped! That's what I like to hear, yeah! But I am loving it. It's nice to see you all here after 2 years. All of our accomplishments coming together, the fruits of your labor coming together. It's beautiful. I'm not gonna cry though, not yet, afterwards. But to be here with you guys has been the best 2 years of my college experience. And my only 2 years of my college experience, mind you. But I also would like to bring up that President Drum encouraged me, well, not encouraged me, but we talk sometimes. And I would like to appreciate the people, first, the staff who supported our lifestyle, us being comfortable, and us getting through 2 years at SUNY Broome Community College. So I would like to start off with thank you. Thank you, Dr. Scott Corley, who gave me a new perspective of the world. Thank you, Tara Monaco, Dr. Tim Skinner, Keedy, and the entire comm department for showing me how to work and how to be critical and criticize my own work to be the best person I could be in my film and photography. Thank you for showing me the value of constructive criticism. Also, Ed Evans, thank you. Thank you to Patty, Ken, Brian from the dining hall. They all fed us. They deserve a thank you. And I would also like to say thank you to my second mom and director of EOP, Vanessa Rodriguez. She made college make sense. EOP as a whole made college so much easier for me, but it wasn't just Vanessa. It was Josh Frederick and Brianna Alford, and also for them for sharing the common goal for success and for EOP. Thank you. Thank you so much. I would like to also thank my academic advisor, David Mahalik, for helping me build my schedule every semester. I would also like to thank the wonderful people in financial aid and student accounts who helped me navigate and pay my tuition bills. I would like to thank Marcom for being my family and my first ever internship to accept me. They really helped me lean in and taught me how to film, photograph, and write about the stories about our very own school, SUNY Broome. So let's give them a round of applause. I would also like to thank public safety, maintenance, IT, keeping us safe, clean, and connected to the Wi-Fi. Now this one's a long list, but I had to. So I would like to thank the executive team, Dr. Kelly, Michael Sullivan, Dr. Ross Scott, Laura Holdall, Aaron Morelli, Brittany Richardson, and Dr. Haggerty. Thank you. For what, you might ask? Thank you for teaching me what it means to be a leader. And thank you for including me in the table of discussions and decisions to help change our campus to be what it is today. Thank you. I would also like to thank President Drum the other student, not student assembly president, but the other president of SUNY Broome, thank you for nearly 14 years of service. Thank you for taking the time out to meet with me in these past 2 years, president to president. And thank you for allowing me to show and collaborate our thoughts on how to make SUNY Broome much better each day for our students. Thank you for seeing the potential and encouraging me to make the most out of my SUNY Broome experience. On behalf of the entire student body, I would like to thank you for the commitment to us, your SUNY Broome Community College students. Thank you, Dr. Brown. Now that was just for faculty. Oh, thank you, Callis. Thank you, Evan. I didn't forget about you guys. And Leroy, thank you. Okay, now this is gonna get intense. Now I know you guys know I talk a lot, but it's gonna be a little vocals in this, so it's gonna get a little loud. So bear with me. This is for Broome 2023. Now some of you may know me, some of you may not, but bear with me. Stay with me on this one. But in my 2 years of being a SUNY Broome student, of being the president of SUNY Student Assembly, Student Assembly, I've had the opportunity to watch you guys grow and advance from afar or up close. And it makes me proud. You make me smile. Each time I'm looking up at you, I almost want to cry, but you guys are making me smile. We worked so hard to get to this point, and you guys are right here. Yeah! Now, progress is valued to me. It's a very valued thing to me. And I hope it is for you as well. I would like to bring up a poem called Evictus by William Ernest Henley. And I think it will connect, a little with this speech, but it goes a little something like this. Out of the night that covers me, black as the pit from pole to pole, I think whatever gods may be from my unconquerable soul. In the fell clutch of circumstance, I have not winced nor cried aloud. Under the bludgeonings of chance, my head is bloody but unbowed. Through this place of wrath and tears looms the horror of the shade, yet the menace of the years finds and shall find me unafraid. It matters not how straight the gate or how charged with punishments the scroll. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. Everyone's like, everyone's like, Ethan, I didn't know you can get so loud. Yes, I can. I might have to erase this a little. The reason I told you guys about that poem, because it's about freedom. It's about understanding and invoking yourself to be the best person you can be, improving on oneself, learning from the mistakes, and appropriating and advocating for the best environment for yourself. It's beautiful. It's the purest form of being human. Freedom. It's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. And for the past 2 years, maybe shorter or maybe longer, we have devoted our time to studying at SUNY Broome. We have cried. We have been frustrated. We've probably got some bad grades here and there, but we stuck it through. And yet, who is standing here in front of me? The class of 2023. You. All of you. All of you. Yeah, give yourselves a clap. All of you. And some might say this is a victory, but a victory might be a downplay of words for this situation. This whole situation is to be triumphant. Now, what does that mean? To put your heart and soul and tears and fear into what you worked for to get right here, right now, in front of everybody, in front of your family, in front of your comrades. You're right here. Now, as I stand with you on this graduation floor, I'm also ready to continue our lives and expand our education and become experts in our field. We strive to be the best that we can be. I want to take a moment to remember all the work that has led up to this celebratory moment. We have worked and fought through our highs and lows in college life, acknowledging failures, seeking guidance and support, and fighting to improve. These last 2 years have been a preparation for the next phase of our lives. We were to assume these roles that we are placed in right now will be the building blocks of our society, and they are important. We are the hope that this world needs. When things seem hopeless, we remember our experience at SUNY Broome and employ that ability to preserve and to withstand. Whether you feel like it or not, I want everyone in this room to know that you are important and you are valued. Try not to cry. I recognize this, and SUNY Broome recognizes you. If someone on the outside, some college, somebody anywhere, challenges you on your worth, I want you to remember that you're unique and you have a job to do. Pay them no mind. You're successful. You need to move forward. They are in back of your mind. I'm not going to get there. I'm going to miss you guys. I wanted to say, well, it's not the last part of my speech, but I wanted to say thank you, everyone, for joining this journey with me. And I want you to know that for our lifestyles, we will have to fight. This isn't the end. We will have to fight for what we want and motivate ourselves to get where we want to go. We have to. I want you to remember this day as you are the lock and the key to your own potential. You are the ones that will carry what this world will think pivotal. Experts in your own arts and crafts. Experts. And I want you to tell you that will you fight with me to your next college, to your next job, to your next association? Will you fight with me and fight a little bit longer for something that we call life? Now, I really wanted to say too, are you with me? Are you with me? Show me what you can do. No, show the world what you can do and see if they can handle us. Now, God bless you, SUNY Broome class of 2023, and God bless America. Now, with that, I would like to ask Dr. Drum and a fellow student, Isabel Dithridge, to join me at the podium. Oh. Okay. Oh, hello, hello. Oh, thank you, thank you. Oh, guys, I'm so excited. I'm sweating up here. Sweating a little bit. Now, on behalf of the entire student body and as a member of the student philanthropy team, Isabel is presenting a check to Dr. Drum and SUNY Broome for $2,027.73 to be used towards scholarships and fellow SUNY Broome students. We will want to thank the students, faculty, staff, and community members for help, kindness, and generosity in helping raise these funds to support our peers. The student philanthropy team and team members organized and supported restaurant fundraising, gift basket raffles, and alumni reunion of bake sales on campus throughout the whole academic year. We are pleased to participate and join in these classes, or join the class and preceded us in this effort, and we hope that the future students will be inspired by the classes that they have come before us. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Laura Lee and Ethan. I am not kidding, Ethan, when I say you need to run for Congress. I'm dead serious. Thank you so much to Laura and Ethan for those inspiring words. And thank you to our generous students for supporting your peers through the Student Giving campaign. We have a great foundation. It just got a little better, and we can't thank you enough. And now it's my great honor, it's that time, to invite Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Penny Kelly, up front for the presentation of the degrees.
Thank you, President Drum. Will all the candidates for degrees in business and professional studies, including accounting, business administration, marketing management and sales, international business, business information management, criminal justice police, criminal justice corrections, culinary arts, emergency medical technology paramedic, event management, homeland security and emergency management, paralegal, sports management, web development and management, and candidates for certificates in emergency medical technology paramedic, office technologies, social media, and website development and management, please rise.
Thank you, Dr. Kelly. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the State of New York, I award the appropriate degree of Associate in Science, Associate in Applied Science, Associate in Occupational Studies, and Certificate, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. And one of those first privileges is for you to now move your tassel from the right to the left side of your mortarboard, signifying your status as a graduate. You got it. Congratulations. You may be seated.
Will all the candidates for degrees in health sciences, including clinical laboratory technician, dental hygiene, health information technology, health studies, histological technician, nursing, physical therapy assistant, radiologic technology, and candidates for certificates in histological technician, medical administrative skills, and phlebotomy, please rise.
Thank you, Dr. Kelly. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the State of New York, I award the appropriate degree of Associate in Science, Associate in Applied Science, Associate and Certificate, with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. And one of those privileges now is for you to move your tassel from the right to the left side of your mortarboard, signifying your status as a graduate. Congratulations. You may be seated.
Will all the candidates for degrees in liberal arts, including chemical dependency counseling, communications and media arts, early childhood, human services, individual studies, liberal arts and sciences general studies, liberal arts and sciences general studies education, music, music recording and production, sports studies, visual communication arts, and candidates for certificates in chemical dependency counseling and early childhood. Please rise.
Thank you, Dr. Kelly. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees and the State of New York, I award the appropriate degree of Associate in Science, Associate in Applied Science, Associate in Arts, and Certificate with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. And that first privilege is for you to move your tassel from the right to the left side of your mortarboard, signifying your status as a graduate. Congratulations. You may be seated.
Thank you, President Drum. Will all the candidates for degrees in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, including civil engineering technology, computer information systems, computer science, computer security and forensics, computer technology network, computer technology technical, electrical engineering technology, engineering science, environmental science, liberal arts and sciences, manufacturing technology, mathematics, mechanical engineering technology, please rise.
Thank you, Dr. Kelly. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees in the State of New York, I award the appropriate degree of Associate in Science and Associate in Applied Science with all the rights and privileges pertaining thereto. And that first privilege is for you to move your tassel from the right to the left side of your mortarboard, signifying your status as a graduate. Congratulations, graduates. You may be seated. Once again, congratulations to all of our graduates of the entire class of 2023. Let's give them another huge round of applause. You made it. You made it. And now it's that time. I invite the class of 2023 to come up and individually receive your diplomas or certificate. Will all of the graduates please rise and come forward as your names are called? I'll be joined on the stage by our distinguished board chair, Kathy Connerton, Vice President Kelly, an alum, and Vice President Carol Ross Scott, who will help us hand out the folios.
Madeline Akulis.
Leland Boldes.
Audrey Horton.
Mena Sainson.
Henry Cachadorian.
Gemma Barber.
Kaya Evans.
Caitlin Breen.
John Wilco.
Gage Good.
Bryce Kimball.
Seven Kopp.
Edward Copelandberg.
Edward Fabrizio.
Gavin Fedor.
Taylor Petrovich.
Ziara Corrales.
Mariah Hogue.
Alyssa Cox.
Jessica Brush.
Marissa Osborne.
Madison Mount.
Judy Kane.
Olivia Peoples.
Alan Glisson.
Michaela Carter.
Lauren White.
Watson Michelle.
San Yu Wei.
William Claridge.
Jonah Shaneberg.
Jessica Kinney,
Eric Arduino,
Ryan Crawford,
Emily Logue,
Shaw Diamond Evans,
Sydney Brown,
Larry Schaefer. Thank you, Aaron. Jasmine Francis,
Jennifer Viznai Guillermo,
Donna Maddie,
Monica Saunders,
Sock Haywood,
Felicity Robles,
Antonia McCormick,
Josiah John,
Angela Burkholz,
Sherry Florence,
David Christian,
Sierra Schrager,
Nicholas Muglin,
Nicole Martinez,
Harun Abdur Rahim,
Maximilian Singer,
Melissa Patrician,
Jacob Masiak,
Caitlin Howe,
Ethan Spalding,
Jackson Lily Super,
Andy Takamura,
Samantha Kittner,
Delane Bryant,
Kayleen Lewis,
Samuel Leslie,
way to go, Lauren. Lauren Patari,
Dylan Howe,
Ernest Cutting,
Mercedes Green,
Benjamin Dizer,
Amaya Hughes,
Alex Ellsworth,
Langston Domond,
Carly Kirkland,
Richard Berger,
Isabel Dietrich,
Holden Wasco,
Tara Pitcher,
Morgan Merrill,
Haley Carpenter,
Logan Ives,
Aisha Ishmael,
Alexander Archer,
Zainab Shaheek,
Caitlin Gary,
Aiden Amik,
Danielle Gardner,
Tanner Middleton,
Priscilla Ortiz,
Tyler Rizzo,
Alan Alesovic,
Maureen Williams,
Micah Crump,
Sydney Dorsley,
Cassandra Pearson,
Seth Roselle,
Brooke Bokel,
Stephanie Rose,
Caitlin Lockwood,
Tristan Bergman,
Cammie McCaffrey,
Kara Howland Howard,
Nera Mojcic,
Nairi Blake,
Angel Vo,
Carissa Miracle,
Julia Langton,
Jenna Mooney,
Sarah Papa,
Jaden Olcott,
Caitlin Papa,
Haley Top,
Randy Tingley,
Campbell Doherty,
Bianca Osborne,
Leah Tyrone,
Jennifer Yoder,
Charlene Pritchett,
Mackenzie Bridge,
Laishka Temu,
Quinn Miller.
Nasir Maliki.
Priscilla Scott.
Fedeline Jean Phillip.
Mary Macharia.
Jessica Yakuzo.
Alicia Rappard.
Mindy Orzel.
Juan Soriano.
Julie Beth Ordbridge.
Matthew Marino.
Jolene Pratt.
Samantha Brown.
Megan Felicetti.
Brianna Hoyt.
Jenna McCarthy.
Brianna Stoughton.
Hannah Dolan.
Almeen Sizik.
Abigail Lyon.
Cassie Broadback.
Catherine Potter.
Deanna Sanishin.
Isaac Contreras Somoza.
Claudia Chermak.
Tyler Coy.
Maribel Berga Silva.
Alexia Machete.
Alyssa Dovin.
Morgan Taylor.
Jessica Loomis.
Tia Wilson.
Vanessa Groover.
Kayla Wyckoff.
Summer Mabe.
Caitlin Whitney.
Logan Stebbins.
Molly Wetzelberg.
Melissa Leon.
Peyton Lopez.
Alexis Brown.
Cassandra Blewett.
Brielle Armstrong.
Courtney Miller.
Erwa Imran.
James Dima.
Mohammed Firaz.
Ariana Jumino.
Mohammed Faraz.
Spring Genovese.
Bree Barber.
Mackenzie Bowen.
Stevie West.
Sarah Brown.
Dana Leindacker.
Ryan Goodman.
Shayna Fick.
Ohana Smith.
McKenna Jones.
Tyler Dillenbeck.
Megan Fitzpatrick.
Jordan Campbell.
Garrett Bieber.
Krista Keller.
Jessica Paleshi.
Jordan Ramsey.
Summer Rathbun.
Kayla Morris.
Danina Nazir.
Belinda Strong.
Dominic Nazir.
Janet Albin.
Jessica Bridges.
Grace Colley.
Chantel Ash.
Colin Van Zandt.
Margaret Nassy.
Ethan Roselle.
Zena McKinley.
Damian Terrell.
Keandra Harvey.
Brian Blackshear.
Bessa Huzanovic.
Alexandra Jargudis.
Salma Brooks.
Matthew Johnson.
Caitlin Eilert.
Levi Burns.
Judy Bourne.
Jermaine Miller.
Kelton Lawrence.
John Harusted.
Takia Anje.
Gabriel Rogers.
Amira Zaka Stern.
Marina Neer.
Nicole Patrick.
Troy Neer.
Jeffer Valladares.
Philip Walter.
Kaylee Cannon.
Alicia Chernito.
Cyriline Gould.
Malik Garrick.
Deja Hennigan.
Franklin Arahujo.
Natasha Russian.
James Miller Jr.
Adiraman Abdallah.
Cameron Zayek.
Erica Cole.
Debbie Ann Ingersoll.
Durdana Johnson.
Karen Umar.
Laura Natale.
Sasha Whitney.
Caitlin Zembak.
Sierra Bell.
Nicole Stack.
Justin McKinley.
Morgan LaFex.
Noah Bingley.
Amelia Knapp.
Joseph Kieshanker.
Kaylee Ryan.
Thaweba Abondelsi.
Gigi Alfauri.
Anfel Lisan.
Muhammad Naya.
Tanya Bernard.
Isabel Bedrin.
James Wood.
Widmi Lavelle.
Cody Miller.
Katie Stump.
Melissa Carden.
Leanne Rutan.
Asame Lamarani.
Jenna Squire.
Armani Lopez.
Sierra Hanyon.
I shouldn't even look at this.
Lee Martindale.
Maria Russo.
Is that it?
Erica Guevara. Susana Rivera Soberano.
Should I tell them to come here or just wait?
Mary Godinez Lopez.
Oh, they got to go that way? Yeah.
Brianna Howe.
Thank you, Aaron.
Aliana Barris. Amber Crawford.
Jessica Roman.
Marissa Subic.
Kelsey Burden.
Megan Barnes. Jillian Weintraub. Samantha Kahn. Kelly Carr. Kaylee Acuna. Lynn McFadden. Kimberly Mertson. Elizabeth Ilaraza. Yelizaveta Yatsuk. And Laura Lee Sanford.
Aaron, thank you so much. I couldn't have done it without you.
not going to stay there. Never mind. Let's all give our graduates the one last round of applause for this evening. Congratulations, class of 2023 SUNY Broome Hornets. We love you. Thank you. And now it's time to conclude the 74th SUNY Broome Commencement Ceremony. Audience members, please remain seated while the people on stage exit, followed by our graduates. And if you've been here before, you know what's coming. We have a real treat. Tonight, to lead the commencement recessional, please welcome the Maloney Memorial Pipe Band.